really love Chennai, and overall, we all Indians love food from Chennai. So whether you travel any part of this country, Kashmir to Kanyakumari, or Rajasthan to Northeast, one thing is common, you'll always get idli, sambar, vada, dosa, and we all Indian eat that food. So thank you for giving us such a lovely food. And now since we are talking about Tamil Nadu is the growth engine of India. If I say it won't be wrong because the state has over 17,000 crores of 7.47 lakh crore of nominal GDP. I think it's growing at the rate of 11.2%. 48% of the state is urbanized, and that also makes the state a very exciting and vibrant startup ecosystem. As per DPIT data, I think Tamil Nadu has almost 10,800 registered startups. If I may look at the number, 28 billion in terms of total value, in terms of in USD, and it's growing at the rate of 28%, which is phenomenal. So this is very exciting, and that is why we named our session what makes Tamil Nadu the startup engine of India, and we have such a lovely panel guests here, and I'll start with Prem, you. Let's begin with what you do and how you contribute to the startup ecosystem of India personally, as well as what your company does.
Thanks, Manoj, and thanks, Kushal, for this opportunity. And good evening, everyone. Good to catch up with everyone on a Sunday evening. My name is Prem. I co-founder of OptiSol Business Solutions. I wish I call myself a startup even now, but we are in business for almost 15 years now, so we cannot have that tag anymore. We are an IT services firm with the focuses on digital services as well as GenAI accelerators. So we are in a transition phase, moving from a services company into a product company. We have been a startup, obviously, for 5+ years, working with limited constraints, and we have been part of that particular journey. And we work with a lot of startups in the mentoring, collaborating with them for emerging opportunities.
That's very good. Thank you so much for introduction. Anandh, the same question for you. What your company does, what do you do? Let the people know, let the country know through TICE.
Very good evening to one and all present here. Myself, Anandh here, and I'm the CEO and founder of Insoft Innovations Private Limited. We are a decade-old company, as Prem said. Like, we do not have the privilege to call ourselves as a startup, but we are headquartered here in Chennai, and we are an ERP boutique firm which cater the needs of all manufacturing companies, which has its presence in India. In terms of, we work with multiple line of industries that includes manufacturing, aviation, ports and infrastructure, on healthcare, on their ERP needs. So we help companies to for their digital transformation, and we have our development centers put up at Chennai and Bangalore. So this is like probably we are implementing latest technologies that includes fintech or AI and cryptos into cross domains that includes manufacturing and other sectors as well. So thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you. I will not ask the same question to you because now by this time everybody knows who you are, what you do, and what your company does. Since we were having this wonderful conversation just before the event with all the panelists, I would ask you to start with an opening remark and your takeaway from to set the conversation, the mood of the conversation.
Yeah, thank you, Manoj. So I think one important aspect for this one, as per the topic here, right? So what we understand is, and why Tamil Nadu, right? The amazing educational institutions here, which are laying the foundation for the amazing talent to come up and also build these, startup and everything. and the opportunities that even the government is able to provide to different ecosystem players, I think that makes it a special place. And I'm not just saying because of the amazing educational institutions, because I studied here. So it is. I'm just saying it for myself now. So, but what I see is when I was studying here in IIT Madras for 4 years, so I've seen and interacted with not just the my friends in the college, but also the entire ecosystem around it, right? So there'll be lots of these competitions happening, and I've interacted with almost like all the colleges, not just in Chennai, but also across like Chennai and Tamil Nadu. So I've interacted with amazing talent, and I think that is just the foundation of everything that has happened after that. So we see that it's just like such a fertile ground for everything that need to happen. The GDP, the state GDP that is happening, the 28% growth of the industry that is happening, the 11% growth in the GDP that is happening. I think it is just a very natural progression of what is there in this state.
Thank you. So Prem, every state has its own uniqueness, both in terms of culture, economy, and talent. What is that uniqueness about Tamil Nadu which helps these founders to come up with their ideas, innovation, start a startup, and then scale it up?
Interesting question. I'll answer this with the 3 perspectives. The first one being the diversified nature of Tamil Nadu. If you look even from a geographical perspective, the state is very interestingly distributed. With each region has its own strength in terms of industry, in terms of capabilities. And this diversified industry, for example, even you quoted some numbers, right? From a GDP perspective, 55% comes from the traditional services, the 35% comes from the manufacturing and the secondary sector, and the other 15% comes from the tertiary industries like agriculture, right? So this amazing, beautiful pie gives access to multiple skill sets for people to evolve whenever they think of startups. For example, if somebody wants to do something on manufacturing tech or a fintech, for example. So Chennai has an amazing support ecosystem for subject matter experts when it comes to these financial services. And when it is clubbed along with this technology, you are able to evolve some world-class products. So this cross-support in terms of these multiple verticals is one key thing when it comes to this diversified economy. And the second thing, as Kushal pointed out, is on the access to the talent pool. If you look at the recent NIRF survey, 17 institutes are in the top 100 are from Tamil Nadu. So that gives amazing access to this talent. If you look at IIT's incubation center, if you look at most of these education institutions are running their own incubation centers. So the access to those centers and collaborating with those great minds, that is helping startups. And the third one is the community has been really good when it comes to these startups. For example, NASCOM is doing 10,000 startups. That has been one major initiative I have seen made a real good impact. TIE is a real, the Indus entrepreneurs, they are real vibrant community here. And then a lot of these education institutions, they are having their own incubation centers. So the community, the diversified economy, and access to this particular talent. And this access to the talent is not specific to this metro. For example, it's not constrained to Chennai. We have global access across Coimbatore, Madurai. Even if you go to tier 3 cities, you have an amazing set of people. And there's a good balance between the talent and the quality of people. So that's another interesting aspect. So the cost to quality trade-off is really good when it comes to these tier 2 cities. And the attrition. You have real good loyal employees when you go to these tier 2 and 3 cities. Because for OptiSol, we are running our organization both in Chennai, Madurai, and Coimbatore. We have 3 offices. I'm basically from Madurai, so I started in Madurai, and then I moved to Chennai, and then we have an office in Coimbatore as well. And we are equally distributed in these 3 locations. It gives a real good competitive edge because, as I said, each region has its own beauty, right? We talked about it even before our discussion. India is a country of multiple Indias. So even Tamil Nadu, even every state and every individual is very uniquely different. So access to this diverse talent is huge positive when it comes to Tamil Nadu. So the community, the diversified nature, and access to this talent, that is the huge difference I see in Tamil Nadu.
So Anandh, entrepreneur is a person who identifies a problem, solves it, and make a business out of it. Since you've been part of this whole ecosystem, now we have heard so many things about Tamil Nadu startup ecosystem and what makes it so different. You must have seen some gaps. If it could be filled, maybe the Tamil Nadu startup system will also will again grow at a much faster rate. So what are those gaps, if you have seen some?
Well, there are both pros and cons in the ecosystem. As far as the state is concerned, this is one of the frontier in setting up the policies in terms of any technology that it may be it a fintech or the healthcare or the AI policy. But what matters the most is the execution of policies across sectors, across in the distributed manner. Say, for example, Chennai is not just a focus, but the entire of Tamil Nadu is. And what comes to the gaps is the execution of the policy. And I mean, what I can say is the conservative mindset in terms of the investors or the VCs as such, because that's what, as we have grown up from startup. So the execution and the coming up in the finance part is crucial for any company to scale up and grow in terms of expansion domestically as well as in the overseas context as well, Manoj.
Understood. Thank you so much. So coming to you, Kushal, Tamil Nadu has this good mix of traditional businesses and also new age innovators. Since it's a digital age in terms of digital adoption, especially in fintech, you as a person and as a company must have been interacting with various people. What is that one trend or thing do you see coming out of Tamil Nadu in digital adoption?
Yeah, I think one thing that we see here, especially as I started looking into more into the user trends and the user behavior here, is that the split between the tier 1 cities and the tier 2 cities was very pleasantly surprising to me. Like when before I started this role, or even before doing taking care of the India as a region, my assumption was that this digital assets and new emerging technology adoption should be maybe skewed towards tier 1 cities, and let's focus only there, and story ends, right? Less energy to be spent for me and my team. So that's what we thought. But as we went deeper and deeper into the data, what we saw was the split is very much even. So the number of people, for example, who have adopted using Binance as a platform in Chennai versus the rest of the state is actually 50-50, maybe around that number. So it means that, the level of awareness about Web3, the level of awareness about blockchain technology, the number of developers, the number of projects that we see from Madurai and Coimbatore and such cities is actually a lot more than what we were anticipating. So it means it makes our job, I think, both hard and easy, because now we'll have to make sure I'm covering more cities as part of the Yatra. But it also makes it easy, because when I go to these cities, I don't have to start from scratch. I can actually talk to them, knowing that they are amazing Web3 developers here. They understand the technology. They understand the realm of the digital assets and everything. So it makes it easy, and that I think is very, very different here. So the adoption levels that we see in multiple cities and multiple regions is actually a lot more than what I was anticipating. Yeah.
That is very insightful, and I must go to Anandh again, since you are in the same ecosystem, and so now this is the age of frontier technology, AI, deep tech, blockchain. What kind of trend do you see here in Chennai or in Tamil Nadu, through which the whole state can position itself as a leader in these frontier technologies?
Yeah, well, Manoj, not just the companies, but also the government initiatives. We have something called Tamil Nadu E-Governance Agency that uses blockchain in various use cases, be it in the real estate sector or the healthcare industry. Like what we have in the national front, something like the DigiLockers, where we used to safeguard our documents. We have certain initiatives from the state government as well. So where they use the blockchain technology to avoid the duplicates of records, to avoid malpractices, corruption, and so many things, and even in other industries as well. So, I mean, the people and the Gen Z community, both the developer community or whatever it is, like they are well aware of what the pros and cons of the new technologies. So they are ready to explore, they're ready to adapt to environment, and India is really dare enough to commit ourselves to the competition of the developed nations. Like, as the name Chennai itself has AI in it, and our industry minister has very recently said in one of the GCC summit that they have registered Chennai as a registered platform as such. So maybe down the lane in next 5 to 10 years, you can see a developed Tamil Nadu in terms of like Singapore or whatever it is, with well interconnected status, or it would be definitely a hub in terms of healthcare or whatever it is. And I'm pretty much sure that these technologies, including financial technologies or cryptos or AI on the blockchain, would definitely play a crucial role in taking Tamil Nadu and India forward together.
Prem, just a while ago, Prime Minister addressed the nation and he spoke about new GST reforms. Also, he again stressed on Make in India, how to become Atmanirbhar, self-reliant in today's geopolitical environment. So I'm not going to elaborate more on that. We all know what's the news. But that again directly connects to the startup and innovation. And what we have seen in past 10, 15 years, though it is very good achievement, India has not been able to identify a global problem or solve a global problem or become a global, create a global brand. But we all are moving in that direction. How Tamil Nadu startup ecosystem can position itself or innovate to bring some global innovation or compete with the global startup ecosystem. Though we are the third largest startup economy, India as a country, but what role Tamil Nadu can play in that?
Right. See, one of the major challenges, the services mindset of the India, all the way from the primitive economy whenever we started, all the way from agriculture to the manufacturing. We have been more on a services mindset. So there has to be a transition towards this innovative product mindset, and that has to be coupled with this global first. So when we can think of any solution that can scale globally, that is when we can go into this particular transition mind. So far, we have been thinking how to solve a problem to a specific location. For example, if I launch a product, I always look at how many clients I can service in Chennai, and then Coimbatore, and then Hosur. Even crossing border to the other states would be a huge challenge for me, right? So this global first mindset, all the way from our brand story to narrations to the go-to-marketing strategies, we have to completely reorient and think of a global first mindset. So that might be one of the first thing. And even from access to the funding, Anandh was talking about some of the challenges that we face. Again, we are constrained with the local mindset, in a sense, access to some local funding, banks, loans, and all those stuff. So when you think of a global investors, that is when you get global connects, transition in your mindset, cultural exposure to different regions. So the moment you get those global access, the business model completely transforms, and that is when you will be able to solve some innovative problems. That is when we as a country will be able to transform into a global problem-solving nation, actually. Yeah.
Very good. I think I should ask Kushal a question. Since we are talking about global, how India or Tamil Nadu can compete on global stage. Binance is a global platform, though you're in a different sector, but I know you guys also do a lot of educational program. How do you see Binance helping Indian startups or entrepreneurs to connect with either global audience or investors in whatever way? What way can you contribute to these innovators and startups?
Yeah, very interesting question. See, I think it starts here in this room, right? So when we interact with the community here, we know that, okay, there are like in this ecosystem, there are like lots of entrepreneurs, developers who are, working really hard on, solving some real life utility based problems. So, and we see like lots of projects that are coming out of India. So we do encourage, to look into the resources that we have with us. Like academy.binance.com is an amazing resource for you to access to start understanding, how this platform works, how the ecosystem works. Also, as you interact with us, and please do ask us, like how do the projects elsewhere outside India are working on these things, working on these projects, because we have the opportunity of, talking to different types of ecosystems in different countries and different regions, we can, share those best practices with you. So it's not just, okay, we want to just say that, okay, what will happen in India? We can tell you that, okay, hey, what's happening in Dubai, what's happening in Europe, and what's happening in other countries and regions, and tell you like how things are working. And then, of course, you can build it for local use cases, but you can also build it for global use cases. So we can give you that opportunity and platform to, explore the global opportunities using our best practices.
Thank you. I believe we had a wonderful conversation, and Tamil Nadu is not only the startup engine of India, it's also the saliva of Indian startup ecosystem. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for joining this panel. Thank you very much.